Wear this. Kill Vanderberg, and your sweet new wife won't get hurt.
.38 revolver shell casing. That's the same I'm using. It appears someone tried to help him, but all in vain. 3 shots to the gut, 1 through the heart. Quick death.
Repeat the verse after me. Ganaya ilya ogn glui hastor fataranek ungebun ma.
The bloodstains are still wet. This phone was used recently.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode of mine. Can't you see we are having a seance? What are you— Ah!
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot! Please send help!
Okay, let's see what actually happened here.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this hum. Can't you see we are having a seance? What are you— Ah!
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot!
Johannes Vanderberg was with a guest when the killer arrived and shot him. His visitor survived and used the phone to call the police. As our material existence is not life, for this world is nothing more than just a play of lights and shadows, dwarfed to insignificance in the endless corridor of angles. Monade possesses the ultimate power of transforming the world. Thus, being added to an odd number, it turned Year de la Lande, repercussions and reflections. Your humble servant, Theurgy of Math. Le Philosophe Inconnu, selection of maxims and aphorisms.
Stop right there. Put your hands up and don't try anything stupid.
What? Why?
You're under arrest for the murder of Johannes Vanderberg.
I didn't kill him.
We have clear evidence against you and an eyewitness report. Take him in.
Rise and shine, Detective Reed. Hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Weren't you the man giving orders back at the Carpenter Manor? To what do I owe the pleasure?
You have an excellent memory, Reed. The name's Frank. Regardless, I'm here for you. Mr. Carpenter has put up your bail.
I must confess I'm, pleasantly surprised. That seems helping Mr. Carpenter was a good choice after all.
Well, you helped Mr. Carpenter, and now he returned the favor. The Carpenter family always pays its debts.
That's generous of Mr. Carpenter, but tell me, how did he know I was here?
The Carpenter family has a long and proud history of supporting the Oakmont Police Department. Let's just say they keep us in the loop.
I didn't kill anyone. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Reed. The witness must be mistaken.
No, seriously. I'm innocent.
Okay, sir. Mr. Carpenter wishes to see you. I suggest you take up the matter with him yourself.
Fine. Thank you.
You better start brown-nosing Carpenter. If it were up to me, we'd have already thrown away the key.
Sir, I didn't do a thing.
Oh, really, newcomer? Shall I read your record aloud?
Go ahead. I'm a good citizen.
A good citizen with a shotgun. People like you are best kept in jail, if not the asylum.
Does the record mention I'm a former asylum patient? Perhaps it's best to, tread lightly.
Former patient being the regrettable fact here.
You would do well to hold your tongue. I have seen things you wouldn't wish on your worst enemies. Electrocution, mutilation, drowning.
Sounds like they left things unfinished with you. If it'd help, I'll happily give you a dose of the electric chair.
You're not so good with people, are you, officer?
Men like you are why this city is a mess. You blow off locks and break into houses to ransack them. You stroll the streets with a loaded gun, firing at innocent passers-by. And don't you dare deny it.
If I were you, I'd be careful how you speak to me. Just a few words to a few important people and you're out of a job. Keep that in mind.
I ain't impressed by your connections, Reed. Take 'em away, and you're nobody. Just remember, if it weren't for your powerful friends, you'd still be rotting in Oakmont jail.
Mr. Carpenter, glad to see you in good health.
Yeah, I'm glad too, kid. It was hard to make it here in one piece after all that turmoil. I never expected this from my own son.
I'm sorry for that.
Never mind. Nothing wine, women, and song can't fix. I'm still going strong, kid, if you know what I mean.
I wanted to thank you for bailing me out of jail. That was very helpful.
Yeah, sure, kid. But you must understand that your freedom ain't yet insured. They still have a witness against you. Milton Pierce. I can make sure the police swallow whatever I feed them. But I need some morsels to offer. You get me, kid?
You need evidence of my innocence.
Find the one to blame and let my taskmaster know. Old Brutus'll do the rest.
I didn't see Graham here. What happened to him?
I had to ensure my own survival, kid. I don't think you want to know more than that.
Who is this Milton Pierce?
Another rich rascal running for mayor. Nothing special. Just your typical Reed Heights scum.
Do you know where I can find him?
No idea, kid. From what I've seen in newspaper interviews, he's all over this town.
Thank you. I should go.
Wait a second, kid. Take this. It's a fine tool for sticky situations. Make good use of it.
Will do. Thanks.
Yeah. Watch yourself, kid.
How you doing, handsome?
This guy sure had some blood on his hands. Literally. He must be taking his election campaign very seriously. Someone got changed here in a hurry. The shape is familiar. I've seen similar daggers before. They definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter. Is he planning to become the Prince of Oakmont, or is this just some light reading? Emptier than a banker's heart.
The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves.
Time to figure this out.
The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Oh, it's all... Get these out of my sight, Robert. Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Ah, where's my dang tie? The blood was spurting out of him. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Ah, where's my Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Milton Pierce came home covered in blood. He ordered his butler to take his clothes downstairs and went to meet voters at City Hall.
Knock it off!
Based on past experience, leaving it here was not the best idea. The smell of blood can attract all sorts of unwanted visitors.
Don't do that again.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Good day, Mr. Pierce. Bet you didn't expect to see me.
How are you here? You should be in jail.
I have good friends who bailed me out. I just want to talk.
Well, okay, if you wish.
You saw the real killer. Tell me who it was.
Want to know what I saw? I saw a bloody newcomer rush in, murder Johannes, and stroll out like it was no big deal.
You're certain it was a newcomer. How can you be so sure?
Trust me, Oakmoners know a newcomer when they see one. We locals can tell.
Why did you claim I did it?
Excuse me? Why wouldn't I? A friend of mine was killed. Why should I let that go?
You know I didn't do it.
Quite the opposite, Reed. I saw your face. Or are you going to claim it wasn't yours?
You seem like a rational man, Pierce. Can't we come to an arrangement?
Are you attempting to bribe a politician, Mr. Reed? What makes you think I'd accept such an offer?
I'm sorry. I must be thinking of a different Milton Pierce.
But let me tell you, my beloved mother is so old and so rich. I'll miss her dearly when she's gone.
Well, that's a non sequitur.
Mr. Reed, how do I put this? I find my campaign hamstrung by a distinct lack of resources.
So it's about the money after all.
I fear that all the budget pressures are affecting my cognition. If the situation were improved, perhaps I'd see things more clearly. For instance, I might suddenly realize I'd mistaken you for someone else. You could even remind me of whom.
Well, if that's what it'll take, I guess I have no choice.
Just make sure it looks natural and clean. You know the carpets there cost a fortune. Actually, take this. Comes well recommended from Professor Cavendish. Put it in a drink or something.
Your wish is my command. Anything else?
My dearest mother, Agatha, is currently at her manor. Here's the address. And Reed, don't come back here after. People shouldn't see me with you.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Emptier than a banker's heart. My baby boy? Seriously? He's 30 there. The door won't budge. Agatha Pierce, I presume? The name's Charles Reed. I'm a PI.
Good day, young man. What's your business?
There's a matter that I'd like to discuss. It concerns your son, Milton.
Oh no. What's happened? Is he okay?
I'm afraid this may take some time to explain. Perhaps you have something to, wet my whistle.
Oh, fear not. I keep my cellar stocked for just such occasions. Would you kindly fetch us some Chianti from the cellar? You look more than capable.
Ma'am, that's a most generous offer. So why do I sense a quid pro quo?
Oh, no. Well, I did hear something rustling around, but I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle.
Yeah, leave it to me.
Here are the keys. Pick any bottle, as long as it's Chianti. And don't shy away from the good stuff. It's there to be shared with guests like yourself.
Milton sent me here to kill you.
Milton? No, it can't be. Please, Mr. Reed, you must have it wrong.
Look, it's the truth. He wanted his inheritance and needed your death to look natural. Poison was his solution.
No! I don't believe you. Please go away. I feel sick. Oh.
The door won't budge.
Don't do that again.
This door will be hard to fix. Are you Glenn Byers?
Yes. Who are you?
Charles Reed, P.I. The guy taking the fall for your murder.
Okay. How did you find me?
Are you serious? I'm a private eye. Now don't make this any worse for yourself and answer my questions. Why did you murder Johannes Vanderberg?
I had no choice. I am an honest man, sir. I have a family. My sweet Evelyn and Michael, our son. I didn't want to do it, but they had him hostage. I don't even know Johann or whatever he's called.
You and I look rather similar, wouldn't you say? How is that possible?
I don't know. This is the face I was born with. I'm just as confused as you are.
Do you have any relatives in Boston?
Not that I know of. My family is from Providence, Rhode Island.
Just another of this town's oddities to add to the list. Do you know who's responsible?
It was a gang. I'd never seen any of them before. This guy gave me a gun. Will? Maybe. But I don't know if he was anyone special. That's all I know. I swear.
Tell me exactly how it all happened.
They broke into our house while I was out. I came home and found the broken door. There were signs of a struggle, but my family... Poor Evelyn. They were gone.
You never thought to report their abduction. Why not get help from the police?
I wanted to call the coppers. I did, but they sent me... Drunk. I can't. It's still on the table. I've no guts to touch it.
I'll need to inspect the place where it happened.
If you have to, it's next door. I locked it so no one can get in. So I don't have to look at it again.
Okay, let's say I believe you. You've done the deed, so where are your wife and son now?
I don't know. The gang leader promised they'd be released, but they haven't returned. Please, I realize I'm in no position to ask, but can we make a deal?
Depends on the offer.
I am guilty. I took a life, but you have shouldered the blame. I will turn myself into the police and make this right. When I hand over the weapon, they will have to believe me, but I can't do it until I know my family is safe.
Right. So I rescue your family to save my own skin.
In a nutshell, yes. So what's your answer?
All right, I'll do it. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Thank you. You're a better man than I, Mr. Reed. I'm sorry that I put you in this position, but I will make it right. I promise.
Still has a wedding ring on. What kind of monster does that? There's a note in the envelope.
What am I to do now?
There used to be some writing here, but it's been washed off, at least partially. So, the home of a suffragette, huh? Old but clean and shiny. That's definitely been taken good care of. Who in hell would think to use a spade as a weapon? Oh, wait a minute. Some of the boards look fresh. No dust. Joy is really cute here. I wish I could hear her sing. Seems like everywhere I go lately, I've crepe, silk, and lace. Must have been a pretty dress before it was torn.
Catch up to us when you're done. And don't waste any time rescuing Martin. He's expendable.
Don't you dare touch my mom!
Open this door or I'll kick it down!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Open this door or I'll kick it down!
Don't you dare touch my mom!
Catch up to us when you're done. And don't waste any time rescuing Martin. He's expendable.
A gang broke in and kidnapped a mother and son. The latter fought back, knocking an attacker through the floor, and the rest of the assailants left with the hostages. How do I get into the room beneath us?
Why? The kitchen? It's locked.
One of Evelyn's attackers fell through a hole in the floor. Now, maybe I'll find something useful if I look around.
Wow. How do you know all that? You detective types sure are clever. It would explain the broken boards. I'll get you the key, and, sorry for the mess.
I'll get going. Some of the boards look fresh. No dust. Someone must have had a hard fall here. Glad I'm not him. That's a rare spirit. They're lucky to have a bottle from before Prohibition. Congratulations on your wedding, from Sister Peg.
Help me! Somebody! Anybody! Help!
Let's see what he's got in here. Now that sends shivers down the spine.
cheaper than the rest.
Hi there, Billy. Gotta say, I liked you more last time we met.
Same to you, pal. Heard you might be coming, but hoped you wouldn't. So how about this? Leave now, and I pretend you weren't here.
Why did you need the buyers anyway? What do you get out of it?
There are powerful entities in this Borg. You should know better than to question their affairs. So you best get out while I'm asking politely, Charlie boy.
It's Charles.
You should see your face. It's just too easy.
Billy, I want no trouble for either of us. Byers did what he was asked, so it's time you do your part.
For the last time, move along. I already saved your life once. Consider this number 2. I get attached to people I save. It bit of a weakness. But understand this, Charles. I'd hate to kill you, but if I have to, I will.
Billy, holding a family hostage doesn't suit you. Let them go, and we both walk out in one piece.
It's not gonna work out that way. There's a reason the buyers are here. When the time comes, we'll set them free.
Sorry, Billy. This is bigger than both of us. May the best man win.
So this is how it ends, eh? I hoped you might be different. It's a shame you'll die here, Reed. This city has far worse men than you.
The door won't budge. What the hell? Everything I've faced since coming to this city is on this map.
Oh, thank you, mister. I... I thought they'd kill us. I don't know how we can ever repay you. Who are you? You look...
I'm a private eye. Your father's worried about you two.
Father? Is he okay? Did you see him?
He's fine, but this isn't over yet. Do you have somewhere you could hide out for a while?
Yeah, sure. We'll stay at Aunt Peg's. What's going on?
Your father and I have a matter we need to deal with together. He'll explain everything when he can.
Okay. Please, mister. Take care of him. He's a good man.
I'll try. I've got to go.
Have you come to save us?
Your family is safe now.
Yes, thank you so much. My sister-in-law just called to say Evelyn and Michael got there safely. I owe you everything. What happens now? Should I turn myself in?
First things first. You need to write a confession. It's your word against the witness.
Okay, I'll take it over to the police station immediately.
No, just give it to me. And the murder weapon. You still have it, right?
Yes, sir. Here's everything.
Good man. I'll go clear things up. I suggest you make the most of your time before the coppers come knocking. I'll get going. definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter. I have proof that it was Milton Pierce that killed Johannes Vanderberg.
Show me what you've got.
The murder weapon is in his house, and a pile of bloody clothes. Here's a photograph.
I don't know how you managed to pull this off, Reed, but it's impressive work. We'll take it from here. Accusing a mayoral candidate of murder is an interesting challenge, but the Carpenter family has tackled worse.
Bye.
You've been doing a great job, Mr. Reed. I'm waiting for you at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
How is this possible?
At last, Mr. Reed. I heard about your recent case. Let me congratulate you. You've truly outdone yourself this time. A question, if I may.
I've got a question. How on earth are you still alive?
What can I say? Perhaps next time you should make sure you finished the job.
It wasn't me, and you know it. All I went through, and there was no murder to begin with.
The prosecution would beg to differ. They had all they needed. A victim, a method, and a culprit. The rest is just bells and whistles.
You set me up. You son of a...
I only set the scene.
I'll...
What? Kill me? As amusing as it would be to see you charged with my murder a second time, I'm afraid we have more pressing matters.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean, Mr. Reed. The prophecy. The seal. You have made yourself a part of something momentous. Now, to your latest case. Wonderful execution all round. And I mean that literally. The hanging has been scheduled for next week. Tell me, Mr. Reed, why did you do it? Why condemn a man of such high station for a crime he did not commit?
He testified against me, and conspired to have his mother killed.
Indeed. His corruption was common knowledge, yet you were the only one who acted upon it. Regardless, I shall call this experiment a success. In fact, you should consider it a taste of your ultimate trial.
I don't understand. What do you get from all this?
You are headed into the darkness, Mr. Reed. I'm giving you the experience you'll need to find your way through it.
What do you mean, my ultimate trial? What does this have to do with anything?
Of course. Everything. It's your destiny. Destiny beyond comprehension. To be more than a speck of cosmic dust. To make waves across the universe. To end things.
And what?
Everything. You've suffered in this city from the very beginning. From the moment you were born, in fact. Wanting to end it is only natural. But unlike those untold millions before you, you have the power to do so. You can turn mere prophecy into absolute truth.
You don't mean...
The seal of Kotiganar is in your hands. You possess the key to the gates, and all they hold within. You can close them and cling to mankind's misery for a few more cruel centuries. Or you can open them and end it. And you will do the latter.
Why? Why would I destroy everything?
Because otherwise your life amounts to nothing. Do you know how many chosen few there have been over the centuries? Nameless hordes, sacrificed at the whim of invisible masters. Not unlike those who watered the poppies of Flanders with their blood.
But our sacrifices mattered. We won the war.
A war, with many yet to come. This is your kin's nature, your purpose. To suffer. Your monkeys in an open cage, unwilling to walk out. Only you can make a difference. You can end it all for good.
Johannes, you're vile.
There is nothing more vile than futility. Watching this happen again and again and doing nothing. We are the agents of change, Mr. Reed.
You're wrong. I'll prove it.
You will prove nothing. You'll die. And at the next turn of the cycle, another will come along who is brave enough to finish the job. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon you, whether you agree with me or not. Your path is too important, even if your choice is beyond my control.
You're right about one thing, at least.
There is an archaeologist in this city. He is very close to unraveling the secret of Kotiganar. And you'll need his help to get inside. His name is Joseph Hill. Here's his address. Talk to him. Earn his favor.
Seriously. All that, and you don't even know how to find Kotiganar?
If I knew that, would I be working with a private eye?
This is wrong, Johannes. All of it. And I still have no idea why I should even believe you.
The truth is the truth. Whether you believe it or not, you can accept it, or try to put the blindfold back on. It doesn't matter. Farewell, Charles. Whether we speak again or not, I will be watching. And don't lose the seal again, or all your effort in this city would go to waste. We'll meet again, Mr. Reed. We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.